like back in the day, I either use PMC or Project Pat, because those like the main two people I listen
How
to.
ironic that we have Pat coming through today.
Yeah, they called me slipping. I'm like, oh, Pat coming?
Yeah, he gonna be in the building with us today for sure.
Like I came up just strictly off OG music. I'm just not getting onto all the other music like right now. You know, I came up with Future, of course, but it didn't stick to me how the OG did. Because they actually gave me game for it.
What do you see yourself 5 years from now?
Shoot, busier than I am now. To be honest with you, owning a whole lot of property and land, stuff like really flip and make a whole lot of money.
Investments.
Exactly.
That's what you gotta do, man. You gotta be smart with the money that you're gonna make off this music shit.
Before you leave the game,
Mm-hmm.
what do you want the game to know? What is your input on the music industry and the culture? What do you want people to remember you as?
Somebody who original. I want to bring originality back. Put it like that.
It's funny that you're talking about that because I was watching an interview last night. Shout out to Snoop Dogg. We just signed our first artist with Doggy Style Records. We signed Triggs. Congratulations, Triggs. I do the artist relations for Snoop's label here in the South. And an interview that he did, he was talking about how the artists back in his era were all original. No two artists sound alike. And he said that the only two that kind of sounded alike was Slick Rick and Dana Dane, but they were still different. Nowadays, there's so many artists that sound alike, and that's why it's tougher for people to gravitate to them, because we're like, we already got Amigos, we already got a Future, we already got a Gucci, we already got a T.I., etc. Back in Snoop's era, nobody did sound alike. So like you said, originality, that's super key in this business.
And then what's crazy is, after you've already got Amigos in the Future, the artists that sound like them, they end up still getting on slightly. So it's like, how the fuck?
I know, yeah, because there's artists that work together right now that I think that
They sound just alike.
Yeah.
Or y'all biting each other's posture and swag. I hate swag. And can y'all stop making songs? Everybody listening, I don't want to hear no more drips, no more sauces,
Yeah.
no more swags.
Everybody drunk.
I'm waiting on the next.
That's why we do some, baby.
Yeah,
We
I'm waiting on the next phrase that represents the posture.
I know, and then some people name themselves like, I ain't gonna go there. I almost said it. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Don't do that.
I'm gonna leave that alone.
I got drip for sale. He said.
Face says. Anyways, you got any shows or anything coming up? Are you doing performances right now?
I'm doing performances. I got one in Miami, like on the 17th.
Okay.
In Miami Live, yeah.
That's big. Miami's definitely also one of those markets that you want to tap into as an independent artist. Do you know anybody down there?
Yeah, I know K Murder 305.
That's the homie.
Exactly.
Ask him about Tampa. I know, well, me being from Florida, I be tapped in down there. But I know some other DJs as well. If you need to plug in, like DJ Caesar, he's on the radio out there. Guys like that really support the independent artists. But K Murder is definitely one that you want to tap. DJ Meat.
No, I ain't mean that.
We gonna make sure I tap you in with these. There's certain people, if you're gonna hit Miami, that you gotta cross paths with. You gotta meet them. So I'll make sure that I make that connection for you.
Okay.
That's what's up. So what's the song you brought us today?
I brought Big Difference.
Okay, talk to us about it, and give us, your creative process, and it may be different with every song, but on the norm, what's your creative process for putting a record together? Specifically this one, because this one we're gonna check out today.
With this one,
Produced by?
fourth quarter.
Okay.
But honestly, the creative process for me is send me a beat, I'll be smoking, then boom, boy, I got the hard hook, then it just come through.
Word. You gotta do it right there in that moment.
And I got the edge, from the hook all the way to the last bar of the verse, it gotta be done.
Because whatever you feeling right then, that same feeling ain't gonna be there tomorrow.
Exactly.
It's your emotions, your feelings change. So if you feeling it right then and there, you gotta stop whatever the fuck you're doing and make sure you lay it down. Whether you write it, go record it, something, because it's gonna be different tomorrow. It's not gonna be as organic. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's up. That's really dope. Have you always written your music before you go to the studio?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever tried to get in there and freestyle?
I freestyle once, and if I don't write it, I already have it memorized, so I just go and just.
You kind of record stuff on your phone sometimes or anything like that?
Phone for it.
No?
I just remember off the top of my head, just go and just spit.
Excuse me. If you could get in the studio right now with one artist that's out and do a record with, who would it be?
It have to be somebody from back in the day.
Okay.
Folks out here just talk about the same stuff.
Word.
I'll do something with Snoop.
Okay.
Pat. Let me see. Megan Thee Stallion, she hard.
Yeah, she
She's
is.
hard.
And that's something too we always like to ask as well, is like what female artist she done came in the game and woof, you know what I'm saying? Which is good because we don't have enough women out here doing that.
Let
You know
me
what
tell
I'm
you
saying?
some real shit about her though. I salute her because as a woman it's hard. But people don't know she had been pushing that record for almost 2 years.
Exactly.
Word.
Even
It takes a long time to break a record. Sometimes people feel like, oh, that record came out and it took off. No, do you realize how long they've been pushing it? Like, how long you been pushing big? I know it's a new record. How long do you normally push a record?
Really, I give it 3 consistent weeks. Then I start seeing movement. Then I go on to like the next project.
That's too soon.
That's-
Keep
yeah.
it OG with you.
Really.
Work that record more than some weeks. You need to put months on that.
Oh, a year, or it can take a year or more for a record to take off. You know, even my own artist, we was pushing his single, and we're still pushing it for at least 2 years before we moved on to another one. And some people were like, "Yo, the whole world ain't heard it yet."
Mm-hmm.
In our immediate circle, they might feel like it's an old record, but if the whole world ain't heard it, it's still a new song. So you can still, drop other stuff and feed the people a little bit, but if that one song is the one that people are gravitating to, ride that bitch till the wheels fall off. You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna shoot a video for it?
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh, was you about to say such?
No, I'm just gonna put them on game. Like, if you just listen to how important radio is to an artist, it's really important because the reason why you know the song that you don't like is because the radio station played it 500 times a day.
They like force you to become a fan of it, basically.
If they only push that record for 1 week or 3 weeks, then what would that record be?
Word, that's
You know what I'm saying?
facts.
Mm-hmm.
That's
So we
real
think
shit.
about it like that, like, how long do songs be on the radio already? So why should I stop pushing my song if they still pushing this same song?
Word.
So just a little advice real quick.
Oh, y'all needed it. Sure.
Check. You already know what's going on. Tampa Mystic, DJ such and such, highly unique radio. Got the homie Quez with his trill ass on the check-in today, Mr. Fourth Quarter. What up, though? And, he out here working. He came to rock with us today, so we appreciate that. And he's definitely on his grind, promoting a new single called Big Difference. So my question to you is, what is your definition of grind?
Staying consistent, staying positive while you working, and just keep going. Like never stopping. And regardless of the situation or the circumstance, like you shouldn't have stopped at all. You gotta grind through that. So really, just keep going.
Word.
Do what you love.
You gotta stay consistent, because one thing about this business, or any business, is the second you slow down, somebody's gonna try to slide in your position.
That's it.
Even if you don't feel like you in a position you want to be in, you in a better position than someone else, and they would love to be where you at. They would love to have a relationship with a producer they could work with, just like, certain things that people don't think about and they may take for granted. There's somebody else who wants that shit. Believe that, you know what I'm saying? So that's what's up. That's what's going on. Where can we find you next?
Next, right now I'm just in the streets with it, really doing footwork, putting up posters, so you can really just catch me in the city.
You gotta do that. We do a lot of that too. Me and my artist Dave Skills, we be out 2, 3 in the morning downtown hanging up posters and shit.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like slick, we could have other people doing it for us, but it's like we want to make sure the shit gets done. You feel me? Like I don't ever feel like I'm too big to do shit like that.
Exactly.
And that's where a lot of it, and I guess maybe at some point in time you are gonna hire a motherfucker to do it for you. But I love being hands off with stuff. You know what I'm saying? I love being out there when I first stepped in the business and was doing events, I was out there putting flyers and shit out, and I still do that kind of stuff because I think that guerrilla type marketing really works. Like you gotta be out there and touching the people and letting them know that shit's real. So that's what's up. Anything else you wanna let the people know about before we check out this record?
I got a video on the way. It hasn't been, dropped yet, but it's on the way.
For what song?
It's another single. I ain't gonna start pushing it until I start seeing traffic from my other ones, but
Word.
it's called Shiesty. It's on my old project, High
Okay.
Caliber G Shit 1.
So, and this record here, Big Difference, has it officially been put out yet?
No, it's on the mixtape, High Caliber G Shit 2.
So, but you haven't actually released it as your single yet?
Nah, not yet. This is like
Where
my
is
first
it?
time
Where
putting
is the mixtape available?
it everywhere.
On all your streaming platforms and stuff?
Mhm.
When you put this single out, you may already have this on your radar, but just to throw it out there, make sure if you have it on Spotify and stuff, you get on some Spotify playlists.
Oh yeah.
That's the only way you're gonna really drive that organic traffic. And when you put the video up on YouTube, make sure you sponsor it through like Google Ads or one of those companies, that way you can drive more organic traffic to it as well. So just a couple things that we do that we've been seeing good results with. You know what I'm saying? Like we want that genuine organic traffic. You want to be able to track who really fucking with it. you know, build that real deal fan base up. You know what I'm saying? So where can people keep up with you on your social media?
On IG, all my social media is at Quez Trilad, no spaces.
So what's your, you ain't gotta tell me, but is Quez part of your government?
Yeah.
Okay, you ain't gotta tell me the whole name if you don't want to. I always like to ask that, how people come up with their name, you know what I'm saying? So Quez sounds like it could be part of the government, you know
I
what I'm
want to
saying?
know how you come up with your name, because 4 is my lucky number.
Oh yeah, but how you came up with 4 quarter?
I used to hoop, but I had ruptured my Achilles my senior year, so I didn't even get to play.
Talking to Mike a little bit more.
Well, I used to hoop, and I just I was in my room, and I was just thinking about it one day. I was probably geeked up, and I was like, damn, like, I want niggas to be able to come to me and be able to get anything they need. Like, I need to be clutch when somebody come to me.
Facts.
So I was like, and then I used to hoop, and I was just thinking about it, I was like, dang, I'm gonna be 4 quarter. Like,
That's
why
dope.
not? You know?
Do you also, you engineer and all that,
Yeah,
mix master?
I'm getting into the engineering right now, but I really just been holding down the production side because I really just want to go as far as I can with like making music and eventually start writing sheet music and
Oh,
illustrating.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's really dope. Did you record him?
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
that's really dope.
I didn't record him on this song, but I did
Right,
record
but
him.
you do record. That's what's up. Really
I know
dope.
he look like childish all the time, too.
Oh yeah. Every time
Yeah.
I wish I had $1 for every time I heard it.
I know that's right. You'd be a
Gage
millionaire.
is
Huh?
dope, too. I'm fucking with him.
Appreciate you.
Big facts. That's what's up. Really dope. Anybody that you may want to give a shout out to?
Oh yeah, shout out to my engineer, Daddy Rich 5, and my other engineer produced by Ali. He engineered and mixed and mastered this song also. Let me see, my other producer, Sensei Tree. My other homie, one of the few on the score. Let me see, and my homies over there in the LGN, Warren G, the boss. Shoot, that's about it.
So, and I think that's another thing, real quickly too, that you have to have a great engineer. Because you can put together what could potentially be a great record, but if that shit's not mixed and mastered right, it don't matter. It's gonna sound like shit. So that's good that you have those relationships with some good engineers as well. You know what I'm saying? Really, really key. Because we get some records that we hear, we're like, yo, they could potentially be a good record, but the mix sounds like shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it makes a big difference. That's what's up. Well, we appreciate you checking in with us today. We're gonna check out this record. Go ahead and introduce it.
Oh yeah, this record I'm introducing is called Big Difference, produced by 4th Quarter, engineered, mixed and mastered by, produced by Ali.
So that's what's up.
You're
So,
listening to Holly Beat Radio.
You got a 9 to 5?
No,
You ever had one?
yeah,
How many hours you work?
12.
Fuck.
Yeah.
did you work like 4 12s? Or you work 5
You
12s?
work 12 straight?
No, like 12 hours shift?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
How many breaks you get?
Like, the last dog, like 2 for real.
Good job you got.
That shit, we made
Hey, bro, I'm fresh off. I just got out 6 o'clock in the morning.
Shit, I'm gonna tell you, you need to do the same amount for your craft. But that'll take up your whole 24. And I don't know if you got kids or family or to take up your other time, but damn it. Well, glad you ain't got 9 to 5 no more. Now you can put 12 hours into your craft every day.
this shit was excellent.
Shout out to Quez.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
His trail ass on the check in.
As a
Quarter
producer,
over there.
as a producer and an artist, that's how the state told him to people like that guy. Because he stayed down and did a million songs with Gucci. And he said, I'm gonna do a million with Young Rap and I'm gonna do a million with this artist until they pop. And that's how all them blew up. He was like, I can make beats for everybody, but let me lock in on an artist that I'm really fucking with and let's go in.
I first started working my job when I first moved up here. I moved up here when I was like 19. Damn, I gotta get a job. There ain't no more street money no more.
How old are you now?
23.
I'm about to say, you still look 19.
I was saying, yeah, that's good though. My my son about to turn 25.
Ain't no child, but I feel
He's my bro. He always gonna be my baby. You know how that shit
that
goes.
nigga big in head, from a child.
Yeah, he